What's going on, everybody? So in this video, I'm bringing you my full thoughts on a fragrance that still manages to surprise me more every time I wear it. I'm talking about from Ormonde Jayne. This is Montabaco Verano. So stay tuned. Starting with the presentation. So as you'll see on the front of the box, it does have the name of the company, name of the fragrance, that it is a limited edition 50 milliliter bottle. On the back, just some more fragrance information, nothing real pertinent. Then on the bottom, you do have a barcode with batch code information. And then as we jump into the interior of the box, this is a slide out, has the name of the company. Then it's also a magnetic flip top that does have a cutout to house the bottle, and then of course it just closes flat. Magnet holds on the bottom for secure closure. Now in regards to this bottle, of course blue is my favorite color, and blue gradient design is just hard to beat, and it's a very fitting color, which we'll get into in just a little while. Name of the fragrance, created in London. On the bottom you have some batch code information, a little information on the sticker. Atomizer does put out pretty well, and then this is a very heavy metal cap that does click into place. You can pick this bottle up from the cap very easily. And like I said before, just absolutely stunning. It really is. It's lovely. But let's get into the scent. So in regards to how it comes across to me, so the official notes from the website have all kinds of craziness going on. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, but what I get from it is this bright, authentic, juicy grapefruit smell, and I get this smoky accord from start to finish. It never goes away. I don't know whether to attribute that to this slightly, I guess maybe animalic earthy tobacco, the leather itself, but there is a smoky accord, a burning smoky type of accord that comes off of my skin, and I notice it more and more as I wear it more and more. It's actually quite lovely. While I want to deem this a blue fragrance, it's not completely a blue fragrance. It does have aspects about it being super versatile that can work in any season, yada, yada, yada. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I don't know, it's just got some more character going for it. While it does have modern synthetics like a dominating ISOE super note, in the top I get, like I said, that juicy grapefruit. It's not tart or astringent in any way. I do get a blast of the ISOE super in here. It makes for kind of a soapy type of aromatic accord to it. And then this, as it starts to get into the heart, that smokiness comes in more. I get a lot more of this soft leather. It's not a real heavy animalic leather, but there is a nice little animalic touch to it. The tobacco comes in as well. The tobacco here is earthy, but not so heavy and earthy that I wouldn't say go right ahead spraying this in the middle of the summer. This stuff really works year round. And once I start getting into that dry down, obviously the grapefruit is long gone at this point, any citruses, and what I'm left with is still plenty of ISOE super. It's this smooth, almost soapy-like wood accord with that smoky nuance that I still can't figure out exactly what's making that happen on my skin, as well as the soft leather and the earthy tobacco. This is more of a drier tobacco. This makes for kind of a almost gentlemanly like appeal, but I feel like it's more laid back of a fragrance than that. It doesn't strike me as very refined to where it's something you have to dress up. This is a true signature scent where I think this will dress up just fine, but this is a great t-shirt, day off, casual type of fragrance as well. But the quality's there, even though having some modern synthetics like ISOE Super, you can tell a lot of the oils used here were of extreme high quality. Let's get into the performance. So this is where it gets interesting with the performance. So the first time I wore it, I didn't think it was that loud of a fragrance. Long lasting, I get everywhere from 8 to 10 hours of life on my skin. I've yet to even really get 8. It's more in the 9 to 10 hour range before it becomes a faint skin scent. So longevity is A1 for me. The sweet spot for me is 6 to 8 hours, and 8 to 10 hours I consider a beast on my skin, because that's quite a bit of life of a fragrance on your skin, 10 hours. So I get 8 to 10 from this. So longevity, like I said, is great. Projection is what surprised me. It seems to be stronger or just more noticeable for me maybe every time I wear it. It wafts very, very heavy in the first 2 to 3 hours. It's in my face the entire time. I do spray my chest with this one, and it's in my face the whole time for several hours. Even into the 5 and 6 hour mark, it's still relatively strong in my face where I smell myself the whole time. Every time I breathe in my nose, I smell that smoked accord with the soft leather, the ISOE Super, and all the wonderful things we talked about when we discussed the scent earlier in the video. So performance on this one is far from a slouch. While I wouldn't consider it completely beast mode, it kind of is, really and truly. While I have not received a single compliment from this, my wife hasn't even commented on it. Granted, I didn't ask her, but unsolicited, I haven't heard anything from her on how it smells. And like I said, I've worn this a handful of times now, and no one said anything. So I can't tell you what the compliment factor is really like, or that might be my answer, and it might be a lack thereof. But versatility is a strong suit on this one. Performance is another strong layer to this fragrance. Like I said, 8 to 10 hours longevity, and I would say 2 to 3 hours of heavy projection, and then another 3 hours of moderate projection. So like I said, in the performance category, no slouch. Overall thoughts on this one, I would say must try if you can. It's not cheap. It's $190 for a 50 ml. This was sent to me for review by Twisted Lily. I will have a discount code and link on where to get it from Twisted Lily down below. Save yourself 10%. But if you can get a carded sample of this one and you don't mind ISOE Super, because I know ISOE Super it's kind of like Ambroxan. Some people love it, some people hate it. This could be that situation for you. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's one that is intriguing. I really, really like this fragrance. If I had to put an overall rating on it, I would say this is an 8 out of 10 fragrance because of the versatility, because of the likability, because it performs great, and it doesn't smell like all the other what I would deem signature scent worthy type of fragrances. This one has a certain uniqueness to it. This is a tobacco leather scent that you can wear in high heat. And it's not dominated by tobacco and leather. You can pick them up. You can distinguish them. They do stand out in the scent profile, but it doesn't overtake it. It doesn't take away any freshness. This smoky accord that intrigues me so much by this aroma doesn't make it wear heavy. This fragrance doesn't wear heavy for as powerful as it actually is. So really and truly, I think this is a stud if you can get your hands on this one and try it. You may end up having to have a bottle. Like, this is going to be a must-have for you. While I wouldn't sit here and call it a must-buy because it's an expensive niche fragrance, I never deem an expensive niche fragrance a must-buy. Once we get past $150, try before you buy. That's just my motto. But in this instance, definitely must try. If you're looking for that one luxury fragrance that literally can do everything. The quality's there, the performance is there, and it just seems right for any outfit in any season. You need to give Montabaco Verano a try from Ormonde Jayne. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on Montabaco Verano, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this already? This stuff is awesome. I gotta say, the first time I wore it, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. I like it. It's good, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's great. Next time I wore it, it started getting, okay, this stuff is pretty good. It's very good. It's like my rating and my thoughts continued to grow as I wore it more and more. This one grew on me more and more, but even upon my first impressions, I thought this was a damn good scent. I really did. The performance was always there. It seems to get better and better as it sits, as I wear it more. I don't know. Who knows? If I was to continue wearing this in 6 months from now, do the review, it might be a 9 out of 10. Because, like I said, it continues to get better for me and my taste. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on Ormonde Jayne Montabaco Verano and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.